Do you feel that the honeymoon period since your appointment has now ended and it's important just to focus on the importance of getting 3 points on the board, taking one game at a time?
Yeah, I didn't ever feel there was a honeymoon period, to be honest with you, because I had the interim period. That's not under illusions how difficult this job is going to be. Because we've had so many games on such a tight schedule, it's just been pretty whirlwind over the last period. But again, we've had a full week with the players this week, so hopefully we'll reap the benefits of that come Saturday. It doesn't mean that we're going to win, but it's give us a bit more time to kind of keep implementing things and keep pressing how I want the team to play.
Well, looking at that, I think it was 4 games in 14 days. That's a schedule on some squads that are there who are much bigger than the United squad. So for Dundee United to deal with that must have been quite a difficult spell, obviously, to get through.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's the schedule. There's no point mumping and moaning about it. All I can say is that we've had a full week this week. Pretty much everybody's fit. Everybody's pushing to play, which is good. It's providing competition and training, which is exactly what I want. And we're looking forward to the game Saturday, which is good, and getting back in front of the home crowd.
Have you had a good opportunity to see what Motherwell are currently offering? Have you been able to study them?
Yeah, listen, we do that for no matter how many games we've got in a week. We spend time. We've got a really good backroom staff, really good analysts, and Aaron Butters, who is provides loads of information on them. So it's just up to us to filter it, to see where we can hopefully exploit Motherwell. But also we need to be wary of the threats that they pose. So that's a common practice for us for every opposition.
Last one for me is more so looking into the future a little bit. Obviously you've come through your appointment, you've gone through the first month obviously from there. Have you started to look at possible interests and players that you might be interested in bringing in January as of yet?
Yeah, that's a process that goes on all the time. It's something that we'll probably discuss over the next period. What I will say is I've got a good squad here, I've got some good players here, but any football manager will tell you they're always looking to bring more players, better players, because you want to work with better quality players. And that's no disrespect to the players that we've got here, but to put my stamp and implement the way the things that I want to do with the team, and that's probably just a natural process.
League has got 4 games in it before it has this unusual break in November for the World Cup. Do you see that as causing any difficulties for the players with this unusual break coming in November?
I don't think so. I think it's new to everyone, isn't it? And last year, I think the winter break got brought forward a little bit earlier, maybe a game or two earlier for the COVID reasons, was that, which took people by surprise again. But I think everyone's known about this from the get-go, and everyone's in the same boat. Some people or some clubs are lucky enough to have players going to the World Cup and representing them, and as we do, and we just hope they do well for us, but come back fit and well, ready to go into the second half of a massive season for us.
It is very important just to focus on the next game and concentrate on Motherwell, but it's 4 games that could make the difference for that break coming along for Dundee United.
Yeah, well, we can certainly go out in a better position than what we're in now into the break. 4 games of Celtic in there after this one, at Kilmarnock at home, and then at Aberdeen away we've just had a good result against, so it's a good opportunity for us to get more points on the board before that break, and if all goes well we can come back ready to hit the ground running going into a massive second half of the season, what it will be for us either way.
And looking forward to Saturday, having the home fans behind you again. I know the away fans are very, very good and noisy when they go away, but there's always more at Tannadice, and they're where they're going to be.
Yeah, that's up to us to try and get them behind us by producing stuff on the pitch to get them encouraged and to get them off the seats, which we've got players to do, and we've done that at home recently. But first things first as well, we have to be going in with a solid game plan and not giving away 2 easy chances.
After the 2 good results, have things changed at all with the slight loss of momentum with the defeat to Kilmarnock and obviously the draw at St Mirren?
No, I think when you're on a good result, a good run of form of results, then people are always, you're coming up against seem to raise the game a bit because they know they're in for a difficult game, and that's a compliment to you that they're coming to make it difficult, and they're coming to not set up to not to lose, of course not, but they're coming with a game plan to well, as any team does, to try and hurt you in your weakness so-called areas. But it's no surprise to us that what teams have done, but we can avoid goals certainly that would have come against us recently.